Which Victorian uni is best for an undergraduate law degree? This video is inspired by artist MyEdu who does interstate uni rankings, but we'll just be covering Victoria, so definitely go check out their videos. This ranking, I'll be covering Monash, Deakin, RMIT, Swinburne, La Trobe, and Victoria University, but not Uni Melbourne because they don't offer undergraduate law. I'm using stats from Compare Ed for each ranking. Starting off with Victoria University. Vic Uni is immediately tanked with a full-time employment rate of 59.2%, which is 22.2% below the national average. This makes it the lowest on the list. Their median salary is $69,400, which is still $3,600 below the national average. Because of the significantly weaker employment outcomes, I'm going to rank Vic Uni at E tier. Ignore the change in scenery, but if you want us to cover any other degree or just have any uni-related questions, feel free to join our Discord through the link in my bio and we'll be happy to help. Next up is RMIT. RMIT's full-time employment rate comes to 68.2%, which puts them at 13.2% below the national average. Their median salary sits at just $56,000 per year, which is by far the lowest median salary of all the unis in this list. With both poor employment and salary outcomes, I'm going to have to put RMIT at E tier. Now for La Trobe, they have a full-time employment rate of 68.6%, which puts them at 12.8% below the national average. Their median salary is also quite low, sitting at $65,200, which puts them at $7,800 below the national average. Overall, La Trobe does perform a little bit better than RMIT and Vic Uni, but they're still clearly below the average, so I'm going to put them at D tier. Moving on to Swinburne, their full-time employment rate is 70.4%, putting them at 11% below the national average. However, their median salary is relatively strong, sitting at $70,000, which is only $3,000 below the national average. So because of that, I'm going to have to put Swinburne at C tier. Now for Deakin, it performs pretty strongly overall. They have a full-time employment rate of 80.9%, which is only 0.5% below the national average. Their median salary is a little bit weaker, sitting at $68,400, which is $4,600 below the national average. But because of the pretty strong employment outcomes, I'm going to put Deakin at B tier. And finally, for Monash. Monash has a full-time employment rate of 82%, which is above the national average by 0.6%. Their median salary is $71,300, which is still under the national average by $1,700, but still pretty strong overall. Because Monash leads in both employment and salary, I'm going to have to put it at A tier, but not S tier, just because the stats still aren't exactly exceptional. Just a reminder that you shouldn't be choosing your unis based solely off these stats, but what works best for you. That being said, here is the final list.